if your jollof ever tastes slightly sour, it might be because of the tomato paste you're using. So today I'm going to show you how I cook mine without, for a richer, balanced flavor. So without wasting so much time, let's get straight into the ingredients that you will be needing to prepare this recipe. So this recipe, I'm going to be using 1 kilogram of rice. You can use any rice of your choice. Just make sure that it's a nice white rice that doesn't have too much flavor in it. So I'm using this one from Abetime. It's my favorite rice to use so far. And then for our tomatoes, we're going to be using fresh fruity tomatoes, or you can use fresh canned tomato. But I want to also say that the kind of tomato you use is also going to influence the base of your jollof rice. So preferably it's good to use a tomato that is less watery, that is thick, that has more flesh to it than water. And most often I will use this one, but today I didn't have enough of this one for this recipe, so I'm going to go in with this. Okay, this is also good. So the next thing that I use also in my recipe, it's enough onions. I'm using 3 onions for this recipe. I'm using 3 red onion, and why I'm using red onion is because of the extra rich flavor and taste of the red onion in this particular recipe. And then I'm using also 2 red bell pepper, which I'm going to show you how I process the red bell pepper, and I'll tell you what it does in this recipe. Now, to go an extra step, you can, instead of using tomato paste, the thick red tomato paste, you can go ahead and use a fresh tomato. This is just fresh tomato that has been blended. Again, this one is still from Abetime. Abetime is one of my favorite shops in Belgium. So this one is still from Abetime, and you will be good to go. I'm using a good amount of ginger. This is like 2 thumb size of ginger for 1 kilogram of rice, and I'm using about 6 garlics right here for 1 kilograms. And over here is something also that I like. This is smoked or red paprika. I love this because it has that extra flavor also to it. And I'm going to with a white 1 teaspoon of white pepper, and I'm also using 1.5 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. So to build up the flavor of our jollof rice, we're gonna need some few fresh herbs. It's preferably to use fresh leaves, but if you do not have, you can go ahead with the dry ones, but I highly recommend fresh ones. This is what is going to give it that extra flavor. So I'm gonna use 1 stem of spring onion, as you can see right here, and I'm just gonna use a few leaves of celery and few stems, 4 tiny stems of basil, and of course just some few stems of this as well. Be using 1 kilogram of basmati rice. You can use any rice of your choice, but it should be plain white rice. this is the first liquid that's going to go into your jollof rice. It's your stock from your protein, be it beef, chicken, whatever you're using. But the trick here is, do not season your protein completely different from your jollof rice base, that's the sauce. Because if your protein has some very traditional seasoning that does not marry well with your sauce, it's gonna take off the balance, like it's gonna kick off the balance of your jollof rice at the end. It's not gonna taste so well and the flavor will not be there. So it's always, for me, what I do is I always make sure that my protein seasoning is about 90% similar to my jollof rice base seasoning. So now I know that, okay, nothing is fighting which one, all of them are blending correctly, they are tasting correctly if you put them together, because not every ingredient that you put together is going to give you the desired taste at the end. Some will give you slightly bitter, some might come out to be a little bit sour, and the goal of this rice is to have it to be richly flavored with zero sour taste. So now that you have mixed your stock with your rice, you want to go in here and taste. This is the last time for you. Now this is where you want to taste. Is the salt okay? Is your seasoning okay? If you need to add some salt, you add. If you need to add some Maggi cube, you add, because the next liquid that's going to go in here is going to be plain water. So the trick is, you want to make your base to be a little more tasty than it will be. So it should not be 50%, it should be like 60%, like it should go overboard 60%. That way when you keep adding water, it's going to marinate well. The seasoning is going to drop to maybe 55 or to 50. It's not going to go below, and at the end of the day your jollof rice is going to come out tasting very rich, flavorful, and yum yum. So for me, everything is okay. I'm not adding Maggi, I'm not adding salt. You want to make sure that your heat is at medium. It's going to cook slowly, and you just come and be checking it from time to time. Guys, the way I'm turning it, I'm just flipping it. I'm taking the ones that were under and I bring them at the top, and the one at the top I try my best to send it under. You can see, I don't know if you can see how moist this rice is, but it's 80% ready. At this point I'm going to lower my heat again and then cover it with a baking sheet or an onion saute in some onion sauce, but today the main actor is the rice, so let's go ahead and try it. Can you see how moist this is? This is so, the texture is so perfect. It's not hard, it was bouncy in the mouth, and then you can feel the richness of the sauce, the flavors building in your mouth. Oh my god, I can't talk. Now I get what my restaurant clients always love the jollof. It was one of my best sellers in those days. So yeah, I hope this recipe helps you to make a different kind of jollof, a more better one. Try it and let's see how it goes. Do not forget to check the description box. I'll try to leave as much detail there as possible, but I really do hope that this helps you to make a better jollof or a different kind of jollof, because I don't want to say what you were eating is not better, but just to try something different. You might love this one, and who knows, it might become a staple in your kitchen as well. I'll see you next Sunday in my kitchen by Doris. Bye.